We know that the 6 coalition of young males, 6 are from Okoho, 2 males from they called Gijima Pride from Kruger, and the 6 male called Central Pride. So there has to be, once at the stage, these young males able to see their role to be males, or try to push the 2 males off and become more scary to the other males. Then they will withdraw from the mothers and do their own thing. Possibly they might stay along here, the mother, for at least 3.5 and move out from the area. Thank you, Sapira, for the question. We're just babbling again about the scary moment that we realized from the east what's going on there. It's not good to really go on that way. Fire, very scary. I believe in 1996 there was a fire in Fireside South, from just the corner, from the western sector all the way down to the eastern sector of Fireside South. It burns from the corner of the fence itself, where it shares with the community, but it burns inside. It's not the fault of the community, it's one of the fault of the lodge. And the speed of the fire was traveling at least 40 kilometers per hour. It tend to destroy a lot of environment around. Kills elephant, kills zebra, kill a lot of impala. Because once it travels in 40 kilometers per hour, it's really a big speed for a fire to travel that much. And at that fire that the elephant get to be burned, the elephant will keep on running and exhausted while the fire is coming. And some of them will try to head back because they realize the other side is no fire, and they're caught on the fire themselves, and they really damage a lot on the skin, and they eventually died. So once there's a fire, everyone, I believe here there's no staff, everyone is getting out. There's raising now. We have us manpower, and we thought Peter and Herman have decided to pull him out of final controls. Priwa is directing, Lishin is behind the camera taking Peter's position, and the boys have to go and work hard and suffer from fire. But they will survive, no one die. They'll come back being strong male.
I think coming back to a strong male certainly is something that is expected. Alright, let's try again. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I just repeat myself there, but I was going to say that, and I wasn't going to say, I was saying, and will say again, that I think coming back as strong males or growing into strong males is something that's not only very fitting and very true in the world of lions. It's also the case in, I think, many other mammal species and many other mammal social structures, but certainly in the case of lions, males live a very hard and a very tough life where quite often they might not even make it to being proper cubs, never mind juveniles or young adults or eventually dominant males that have to go and fight and take over their own prides, their own territories. But I think these 3 males will quite possibly pass on the genetics, pass on the bloodline, if you want, of Dozy and Blondie. Those are the 2 males with the kahumas before. Now keep in mind that males typically are normally brothers or cousins, so even if the 3 males were all 3 Blondies or all 3 Dozy's cubs, they are still genetically successful in passing their genes on, as well as the one lioness that will stay behind in the Nkuma pride will carry those genes as well. So in terms of the sort of the evolution, if you want, of lions, it's a success story. The Nkuma pride have carried on the genes, or Dozy and Blondie have passed on their genes through the Nkuma pride, as the Mapochos will as well. But it was a fantastic drive. It was a really amazing experience. I mean, we saw the lions as you saw just now. It was a fantastic view of them. Just the way they move now, the confidence they seem to have again, is also very inspiring, and I really hope that we are going to see more and more of them. I mean, we've also seen a lot of other fantastic things this week, and I've used the word fantastic 4 times now, counting the one I just said. But it was really a fantastic week. We had Saseka walking right into our camera view almost down the branch. We might look at that next weekend. We had Sandy Patch around. We had Sandy Patch at the waterhole. We had the cubs coming and going, but lots of things happening. It's always, this time of year is a very exciting time of year because it's so open, and the waterholes become a bigger and bigger draw card for animals, especially since it's getting so hot, as the Jiga is showing us. And it's just a very exciting time of the year to be in the bush. I can't even imagine the things you might be looking at for next Sunday's highlights. But so much was happening and is happening and will be happening. And like we did last weekend as well, or last Sunday, I like looking back a little bit. You know, I must say that I'm a bit of a computer dinosaur, so sometimes I struggle a bit to find what I'm thinking of and looking at. It's not that easy to find stuff in the very early days. One of the things I hope will evolve from this is that we'll get more and more videos and people involved, like we did Bandits videos tonight. Last time we had Blaze and Deadlift's videos. We're going to look at MJ's one just now in a few minutes. But it's to really pull out some of the memories, pull out some of the fun things we did, pull out some of the great sightings we shared, and look back at them and talk about them all around the fire together like this. So it has been fun doing so. I must say I've enjoyed it so far. And I'm not just talking about tonight's talk, I'm talking about the process of getting into it a bit. And I had a point that I've talked myself out of. Am I live? Is anyone watching? Do I need to be embarrassed? Seeing how these lions grow, yes. Thank you, Leishan. And thinking back to it, thinking back to summer when it was green, but also thinking back to how much they've grown in confidence, in pride, so to speak.